Okay, now I have to upload the images. And as you can see here for the icons, they have very specific size icons that they want you to upload. Now I've already put the names, I've already put the size of the icons in the icon name, so these are easy for me to identify. There's a 45 by 45, the 64 by 64, my 36 by 36, and the last one I want is 60 by 60. I'm going to intentionally make a mistake here and select 90 by 90. So I select upload, and so far uh, oh, and you can see from here it did not accept my last one. In a previous version of this interface, it would accept it, and then I would have ended up failing on that mistake. So I'll go ahead and grab the correct one this time. That's the 60 by 60, upload. Okay, now that image has been accepted. Now I also need to upload the screenshots for my application. And like I said, you need to upload at least one. And from looking here, you can see that they are very specific about the screen size or the image dimensions for those two. It has to either be 320 by 240 or 315 by 420. So all of my screenshots are 320 by 240. So 0 is my first one, 1 is my second one, and 2 is my third one. And yes, I always start my numbering with index 0. Okay, so that's it. My images have been accepted. So on to the next screen. Now here I have to specify any special requirements that my application has. I wrote this using the 3.5 framework. So that's going to be one of the requirements. That could also be set to 2.0 framework, or if you're writing a native application, you could say that no framework is required. For the device requirements, the only device requirement here is that the device must have GPS. Now this will have an impact on how your application shows within a catalog. If I check any of these boxes, then that will also mean whenever someone goes to the catalog and they're not signed in, they're not going to see my application. The applications that someone sees whenever they're not signed in are only the applications that have none of these specific requirements, and they will see those applications targeting Windows Mobile 6.0, 6.1, and 6.5. Now, as soon as someone signs in, it's going to filter what they see according to what applications match the properties of their device. Now, for screen resolutions, this application will work on all of these screen resolutions. It actually would work on a 176 by 220 and a 440 by 240. But these two resolutions are specific to smartphones or Windows Mobile Standard devices. And since this application is targeting Windows Mobile Professional, they're not available for me to check. Um, Now I get to select which area of the catalog that I want my application to appear. And I'm keeping it within tools under utilities. And under utilities, there's only really two categories, developers tools and, oh, I'm sorry, under tools, there's only two categories, developers tools and utilities. And utilities was the most fitting place that I could find for this. And then I could put in keywords for my application. I've just put in two. Now this is something else that's new with this version of the Marketplace client. I can go ahead and set prices that people in other nations will see whenever they look at the United States catalog. Now take note, they will only see my application if they happen to choose to look at the United States catalog. But when they are looking at the United States catalog, they will see this application whatever price that I select. Now for some of the nations, you can only select you can only set your application to be free. Within others, you can put in whatever price that you like. And I'm going to say choose my own price. Actually, I should not say that it's whatever price that you like because there's restrictions on this. Let's say that I try to put this in for 99 euros. So I have a 99 euros, I have 99 cents, and I select submit for certification. It's going to come back with an error. And it tells me here that the only prices that I can choose for this are the closest prices that I'm allowed to choose for that area are 0.89 euros or 1.39 euros. So while this appears to be a free form field, it is actually quite constrained as to what values that you can enter, and the actual values seem to vary by currency. So I'm changing that to 0.89 euros, and now I should be able to submit this for certification. Okay, and it's just giving me a little notification here that I need to make sure that my application adheres to guidelines, so on. I've read this before, so I'm going to go on to the next screen. And that's it. My application at this point has been submitted for certification. And once it's been certified, whether it passes or whether it fails, you get an email. And then when you go into the dashboard after it's been tested, if it's passed, it'll say that it's ready for publishing, and you can select to publish it to make it show up within the catalog. Or if it's failed, you'll be able to get the details of why it failed or what needs to happen in order for it to be corrected. So once this has been certified, I'll go ahead and take the original source code that passed certification, and I will post that and make it available for free for anybody that wants to look at it.